Dr. Swift, our superintendent's report.
Good evening, trustees and members of the community. It's great to have lots of our high school students here tonight. Welcome. We're glad you're here. On December 6th, 7 bilingual students from Scarlett Middle School presented at the Student Technology Showcase held in the Lansing State Capitol building. Scarlett students were one of 40 teams from across the state invited to present innovative uses of technology to state lawmakers. The 7 presenting students have roots in Honduras, India, Nigeria, Mexico, and China, and have lived in the United States for a span ranging from their whole lives to less than 6 months. Great photos here. None of the 7 students had ever visited the state capitol building before, and for many the trip was their first opportunity to learn about the U.S. government system. The opportunity to participate in the Student Technology Showcase was made possible by the Ann Arbor Public Schools Teacher Leadership in Blended and Digital Learning Professional Development Series. So thanks to Ms. Marilyn Colligan and her colleagues for making this happen. And you can see there are bilingual students who spent the day at the Capitol. The Ann Arbor Public Schools home building students participated in the 11th annual Holiday Skills Invitational held at the Oakland County Fairgrounds. 3 teams entered the competition and earned 2nd, 3rd, and 5th place awards. Several home building students were featured on a segment of Around the Home radio show. Here they are, Around the Home radio show with Lucy Ann Lance, which aired on Thanksgiving morning. Our students interviewed well and represented our district beautifully. And if you haven't seen, they're making tremendous progress on the home they're building, which will be finished in the spring. A2 STEAM at Northside project-based learning coordinator Nathan Hatt. This news is hot off the press, trustees. I haven't even gotten to share this with you yet. Nathan Hatt was selected for the Michigan Science Teachers Association's 2018 Teacher of Promise Award. The winning Science Teacher of Promise is chosen for inspiring students, demonstrating innovative teaching strategy, demonstrating the potential for science leadership, and exhibiting a passion for science and teaching. Those of us who know Mr. Hatt know that is exactly the kind of work he does. Mr. Hatt will be recognized at the 2018 MSTA conference in March. We'll also, I'm sure, have him here to the board to celebrate. I was fortunate to attend the Pioneer High School Symphony Orchestra's concert last Thursday evening at Pioneer High School. Pioneer has been back-to-back with concerts every night. And the Friday concert was a dress rehearsal and a thank you to the community as the orchestra was traveling to Chicago to perform at the Midwest International Competition. And they are there, trustees, right now, today. In fact, I think their performance time occurred just a little while ago, and we're so proud of them and can't wait to see them when they get back. As you may recall, the Huron Orchestra was selected for this same honor a year ago. So just a tremendous back-to-back designation to a really high distinction in the world of orchestras to perform at the Midwest competition. Last Friday, I had the pleasure of attending the Holiday AAPS concert, featured our high school choirs from Huron and Pioneer this year. They performed along with the symphony orchestra. You can see here, it was just a wonderful evening. They finished with Let There Be Peace on Earth, 314 singers on the stage with the Ann Arbor Symphony Orchestra. I don't believe they could have gotten one more individual onto that stage, but the sound was just amazing. And Conductor Lipsky was amazing, and as always on that number, he had us light our cell phones, and so sold out crowd at Hill Auditorium, completely lit with cell phones, and we were invoking peace on earth. I can't think of a better way to spend a Friday evening. Last Monday, I was excited to attend the monthly PTSO Council meeting. Even though we're nearing the holiday break, we had a great crowd of PTO reps, and I appreciate Trustee Gaynor joined us. We had a great program around social emotional health in the district. Mr. Paul DeAngelis shared, and we also had a great partner share from the University of Michigan about the Trails program. And trustees, I look forward to sharing more of that information with you all in the near future. We're still learning about how this program will roll out in the district, but it is a very exciting partnership in support of helping our students to develop coping skills that we all need around social emotional learning, how to overcome obstacles, how to self-regulate, and how to get through the day and be successful. So I was very excited for that program on Monday evening. In January, the PTO Council will have a presentation by our very own behavior intervention specialist. So the PTO Council is continuing this theme for a couple of months around social emotional and health and wellness for our students. Our student intervention and support services, Dr. Brown is here with us on our team this evening, hosted an amazing luncheon for families last week. And trustees, this event is such a wonderful way for our teachers and families to interact and socialize outside of the classroom setting. As always, parents and students were very grateful. Staff was just delighted to be able to participate and to celebrate these families in a luncheon that our team actually pulls together for them. As this is the season of giving, I just want to acknowledge and thank all of the organizations who adopt our families in our schools. Thousands of children, thousands of gifts, hundreds of our children are supported by our partners all over this community. Trustees, our buses left on Monday morning, and it's such an emotional sight to see them. Mr. Cluley got some great photos. Our Durham drivers donate their time. Durham supports this effort. Those buses are piled all the way to the top. And these children don't just get a gift or two. They are showered with gifts, just as we want all of our children to know that they are appreciated. The largest program with which we work in the Ann Arbor Public Schools is the program, The Magic of Christmas, led by Debbie Williams-Hoke, former University of Michigan athlete and pro golfer. In partnership with the Ann Arbor Police Department, this program provides gifts to, this year, trustees, 250 of our students. And the families are recommended by our school principals, by our teachers, by our social workers, by our homeless liaison, and each child submits a personal wish list to Debbie Hoke and to the organization. Our team is involved in this from early in the fall, helping to process the list. There is an immense database that I often think of, the stories about Santa Claus, and we feel like that in our office because we have everyone's list. And you can see here this year, the Kiwanis of downtown Ann Arbor were kind enough to loan us their downtown location. And when we called a snow day on Thursday, I know the children and the students of Ann Arbor were delighted. And yet our team headed straight over, members of our team headed straight over to Kiwanis, and they were wrapping and preparing presents on that day. The wish lists come in October, and volunteers in the program work very hard to get each and every child exactly what they want, as well as provide both some fun and practical items in addition. Each child receives 6 to 7 presents each, and it equals about 1,700 gifts to purchase and wrap. So we want to thank all of our volunteers that helped to shop and wrap and sort all the gifts. I want to thank our communications team and Miss Joanne Immendorfer, who works days and weekends and nights to support this program. Thanks to the students from Pioneer National Honor Society, who are among our volunteer wrappers this year. And of course, thanks to our Durham School Services partners for providing 4 buses with drivers and assistants to deliver all the gifts to the schools. We also want to thank Michigan Power Rodding for providing gifts. Wait till you see these guys do this for us every year. They bring in beautifully wrapped gifts into the office. And there are 14 employees at this company, and they each adopt a child and provide the gifts that are on those wish lists. This year, we also had employees from the University of Michigan's Ross School of Business who also adopted families. They adopted 5 families this year. So many thanks to all of the members of our community. Trustees, I've tried to highlight community. We've tried to highlight, and I know that of all the ones I've missed 100 more. So we are just so grateful from our hearts to the community. It takes a village to raise our children. And this is one of those times of year of the year where we get to see that happen up close and personal. And I can't imagine the delight in Ann Arbor over this holiday season because of the efforts. And as we head into our winter break, trustees and members of the community, I know our students are aware, it's just 2 more school days until winter break. And I know that you all have been working very hard ever since Labor Day weekend when we opened school in these many days, and now it's time for winter break. We just want to thank everyone for the support of our schools and of our classrooms. And our theme for this year, Madam President referred to A Together. That was our theme 2 years ago. Our theme this year builds right on that idea of leveraging local, A Together. Our theme this year is Inspire A2. And we launched the year with this idea of being inspired. And we are inspired, and we also receive that challenge of inspiring each and every child, each and every hour, on each and every day. And we're just so grateful for all of the work of our teachers and staff. Our district will be on winter break from December 25th through January 5th. And I want to wish everyone a happy holiday season and a wonderful new year 2018, and particularly encourage everyone to be safe. We miss you, students, on each and every day that you're not here in our schools, but we know it's time to get a little rest because 2018 will bring us lots of challenge and opportunity, and we're excited to dive into that here in the near future. Trustees, we thought we would wrap the superintendent's briefing with the A2 Inspire trailer. Now, this is to tease you because the Inspire video is released to celebrate the beginning of the new calendar year. When our staff and students return, we want to inspire them and cheer them on for the second portion of the school year. So we'll finish with that video. I want to echo Madam President's congratulations of our 3 trustees who have concluded their first year of service, and I hope that is the first of many years. And we also want to thank our entire board. You do not get paid for the thousands of hours that you dedicate and that you invest in our schools and in our children and in our community. And I'm so grateful for your work, and I hope that you get rest because we've seen the agendas coming in January, February, March, and we will need to be well rested for those opportunities and challenges. And so with that, wishing all a happy holiday. And here is our A2, Inspire A2 trailer. Mr. Cluley.
As 2017 is coming to a close, there are so many inspirational moments we can think back on and celebrate in the Ann Arbor Public Schools. This fall, teachers, staff, students, and schools have all received recognition for their hard work. As staff members in the Ann Arbor Public Schools, Our daily actions can serve as the inspiration that leads to students having the breakthrough moments that blossom into success in school and throughout life. You don't have to look far to see what an inspired Ann Arbor Public Schools graduate can accomplish. There's a good chance someone in the building you work in was inspired by an Ann Arbor Public Schools staff member when they were a student here. Several of these AAPS grads have shared thoughts on how they were inspired as students, and you probably won't be surprised to find they are now inspiring the next generation of Ann Arbor Public Schools students. We'll be sharing their stories in January as another reminder of the great power we have to inspire students every day. Please enjoy the rest and relaxation of winter break with family and friends as we look forward to 2018.
Thank you, Dr. Swift. Those reports are always a wonderful reminder of how many different organizations and people are part of making Ann Arbor Public Schools a success. And a big thank you to everybody that's helped make Christmas a little bit extra special for many of our families and children. Thank you. That was a wonderful thing to highlight.